What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday. Y'all, don't I sound so much better? Don't I sound so much better? I feel 95% better. Like, I'm not coughing as much anymore. I'm not so congested. So, I'm so happy that I sound better. Tonight's live will not be long, y'all, at all. I really wanted to quickly come on here, wrap this situation up now that I have some new details. If you are a part of my membership, if you are a part of the complete wrap up, the Bow Gang, then you guys already know what I'm going to be talking about because I already uploaded the receipts to a members only video. Now, let me tell y'all, I am so sorry that that video did not have any music or any edits. Like, I didn't even put my watermark on there. Like, I was tripping, but I really wanted to get it out to you guys. And I'm not even going to fake or front. I had to screen record it on my phone. And then when I try to send it to my computer, it wouldn't look right. So I couldn't add no edits to it. I got to play with the software to see how I do that because I don't know how. But nonetheless, y'all got the information. So that's all that matters. So if you guys are not a part of my membership, it's very, very cheap. Like someone wrote me and was like, girl, I hope you know how much other people's memberships are. And I'm like, no. I made my membership based off of my pricing. Like, so I was like, girl, that is like cheap, cheap. I'm like, oh, baby, I'm cheap. I'm not gonna charge y'all nothing that I wouldn't pay for my damn self. So that's why my price is what it is, and I ain't changing it. I don't care. I'm not doing 5 levels. I'm not doing any of that. The price is what it is. It's dirt cheap, YOLO. I ain't doing all them levels. This is what it is. Okay, so that's it. Now, let me just do a quick roll call. Let me say hi to y'all real quick. Y'all, they've been hating on me, so I gotta stall some things out for like, to like a 7 minute or 8 minute mark. A little birdie told me that. Somebody else told me to wait 10 minutes before I start like getting into my content on lives. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But hey Misha, hey Ty, hey good at everything, hey India. Hey, Denver Sunday. I love that name. It's so pretty. Hey, Cece. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Bianca. Hey, Trey. Hey, did I say Misha? I think I said hey, Misha. Hey, Miss Brother's Life. AK. Hey, come get this commentary. Yes, y'all. I'm happy I sound so much better. Hey, Cash God. Hey, Paris. Now, let me tell y'all something. Cash God, you, I was watching the playback on my live that's still not up, y'all. I am gonna upload it and just let y'all watch it. I already like added some time markers into it and I got a disclaimer, but it's still under review with YouTube. Once it's under review and approved, I'm just gonna put it up. Y'all can watch it. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. But Cash God, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. Like you said, is this the classy women sector? I'm like, where did you come from? So Cash God, where you come from? What parts of the YouTube streets are you from? Cause baby, let me tell you, I am a infamous lurker. Y'all will probably be shocked at the sectors that I find myself into and the things that I watch. I am not close-minded at all. So anything could really, get me entertained for real, for real. I watch anything. So sometimes when I'm talking to people, or sometimes when they hear what I'm watching in the background, they be like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Don't even ask. Don't even ask." I'm chilling. I'm doing me. This is my little, guilty pleasure. But I be in all the streets. I just don't come out the bushes because it's shit. I'm a bush watcher by nature. Like I'm always in the bushes. Like I suck. I'm getting better at like commenting on people's stuff, but just know one of them likes on y'all videos is from me, and that's that. I may just never comment because I'm always like typing or I have it playing on my TV, so I'm really bad at the comments. But I'll be watching, baby. I'll be watching. It's gotten too ghetto in the underbelly. I had to get that out. Yes, but yes, if this is the classy sector, then I'll be in the classy sector. But just know I'm multifaceted. I can do a little bit of both. I just want to treat YouTube like a career. It's a hobby. But just know I'm not someone that I would never come on here and be like, oh my God, I don't curse. I don't do this. I don't do that. And then off camera, I'm like, cussing Sailor, and I'm on camera telling y'all I don't eat meat, but when off camera I'm eating a hamburger. No, y'all, like what you see is what you get, but it's a little more smooth around the edges on YouTube. But yeah, so that was my little rant. Yes, Kiva. She said, "I be me too. I be in the bushes in all the sectors." Yes, you got to. It's just the bushes is where it's safe because you come out, people think that you're forming alliances, like, and then I'll just keep it real with y'all. I am a Taurus. So if you know anything about Tauruses, we are of course a earth sign, but we are very rooted people and we stick to the code. So I can't get jiggy with a lot of things because I just don't rock that way. Like it's not in me. So I'd rather stay in the bushes and let the people who want to talk it out. And I just stay in the bushes. I don't want people to think that I'm conforming to anybody's thoughts or opinions. So I just chill. I'd rather not, get involved with certain things. So, yes, since getting a 1099 from Google, I try to treat it like a part-time business. Exactly. Exactly. Especially on here, a lot of people get invested on and hang on to your every word. You say you don't like pink, they be like, when they stop liking you, you had on pink 3 times in a video. It is what it is. Okay. I just don't. So I'm me. I'm just a little more polished on YouTube. But just know I get down in them bushes. I be in it. I be in the trenches, baby. I be sometimes feeling bad for the people. I be like, dang. But yes, y'all, I think it's safe now. I done got a little yes, her club nights are so fun. Club nights are so fun at Kiva's. Taurus gang gang. Yes, that is so true, Kiva. Just keep it as sparkling clean as possible. But you guys, like I said, if you guys already are part of my membership, then you guys know that I uploaded a screen recording of one of Jay Black's ex-girlfriend's friends. So the Asian woman that everyone is seeing is, of course, the ex-girlfriend of Jay Black, and she is her name is Tara, and this is the crazy thing about it. So I had seen her pictures. I knew her name. I had stopped, when I told you guys after that live that I was really done. I was really done because these topics are very, very heavy. So I'm gonna play my trigger little warning one more time because I personally get sad when I hear things like this or around it. So when I was initially got wind of the story, I was able to separate it from like being triggered so much because it was vague, if that makes sense. Like everything was kind of like it was out there, but it was kind of covered up. It wasn't until I saw the Facebook post of Tara's friend, and it really, really it hurt because I have never been a victim of domestic violence, but someone very, very close to me has. And I know what it's like to hear someone scared for their lives. I know what it's like to stay up all night praying that they're safe, praying that, nothing happens to them. So before I get into this, I already played the warning. Please, 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 if you guys are easily triggered, click off this video and just don't even worry about it, you guys, because it's not worth it. Like all things, just some things should not just be digested. If it worries your spirit or withers your spirit, just click off. So one of my lovely subscribers actually told me to look at this Facebook post. So I saw it and it broke me down. I screen recorded and I uploaded it to my members, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna read it to you guys on live and we can talk about how you guys feel now that this is a real live account from someone close. And if you are familiar with domestic violence, then you know that this woman, there's no doubt in my mind that she's lying. Like she is absolutely telling the truth with this status. So it is a long one, so bear with me. The friend's name is Jennifer, but like I said, I'm just going to read it to you guys. And if you are a member, then you will actually see the actual post. The post reads, "This is my beautiful friend, Tara. She is a victim of a very violent, senseless crime. She was SHOT in the head by Jay Black, who she recently loved but broke up with. and that love prevented her to think more about herself and her unborn son. Her identity and story gets lost in this heinous way this crime was committed. But she deserves more than that. Her story needs to be heard. I've known her since she was 17 years old, so for 24 years. She saw me studying for a nursing exam and decided to take it up and in that excel to a level beyond me. Because of religious differences, she was isolated from her immediate family. Throughout the years, she always reached out to them with minimal responses, but she never gave up hope that one day it would be different. So she went through life mostly on her own without support with only the support of her friends and a couple of extended family members. The energy and love she has for my daughter and all children always stood out. She could never get enough hugs and love. She always valued herself when it came to she always never valued herself when it came to relationships. Many times picking the wrong guys while always giving them a chance to be better. But she still loved and laughed with wholeheartedly despite her past and circumstances. She managed to put herself through nursing school, then she moved to California alone for a job opportunity Hawaii couldn't afford her. So she's from Hawaii. She worked as an ICU nurse for years. She wanted to further her career by becoming a CRNA and moved to Baltimore for school. Her new location was much further from any support of her friends, and with that, she became the perfect victim. She dated him a little over a year, and in such a short period of time, had so much turmoil. When the relationship started, our communication lessened. She was supportive of him gaining custody of his children and was told a lot of negative things about his ex wife, which she believed. She lent him money to support his legal efforts. He also instructed her to not share the information about their relationship to friends, which means more isolation. But when things got bad, she reached out. I've learned that he wanted to change their relationship to an open relationship, which she did not want to do. So instead, he wanted to see other people, but kept her on the side. He would confess and she would forgive. By this time, she was already pregnant with her baby boy and is even more torn to stay despite him not being loyal. He offered an AB, you guys know what that means, as a solution on several occasions, but she was older and longed to be a mother. Was this going to be her only chance to be a mom? She wasn't certain. She hoped that the baby would make him value her more, but instead, he insisted that if he ever had to fight for custody, then she wouldn't win because he knows the ins and outs of it because he was going through it. He was convinced she was fooling around so much, so he installed a camera in her smoke detector in her bedroom without her permission or knowledge. This made her see him for what he was, and she acted upon it. She told him not to contact her and went down to the court and started to file charges for the camera he placed. She gave her job a 90-day notice and she planned to move to California. She also sent a letter that she wouldn't do any of his subcontracts that she had scheduled under his company. He was not happy and showed up unannounced on a couple occasions. He parked on a different block and she drove around and saw his car. I was on the phone with her when it happened. She texted him, sorry, she texted him to leave or she'll call the cops. He approached her car and began to yell and hit her car. She told him to leave and then call the police. He talked eerily calm to the police, but with evil in his eyes. She shared the video and I was scared for her by it. But he went on his way knowing that she couldn't he went on his way knowing that she couldn't be manipulated back into the relationship. I told her to stay in an Airbnb or hotel for the meantime before she relocated. I told her to report the firearms he had that he wasn't supposed to have according to a custody agreement. But even then, she didn't want to hurt his custody battle. But I told her now it's for her safety, not for the custody of his daughters. When he realized that Tara was done completely with the relationship, it seemed he became more obsessed with custody and of her or sorry, it seems he became obsessed with custody of her unborn child. She then confided that he had slapped her face twice and pushed her down while she was pregnant. My fear for her safety increased. Sorry, y'all, hold on. This is a very long post and I just lost my spot. Oh, my fear for her increased knowing that he had been physical with her. He started texting and speaking to mutual friends and colleagues to sway them in his favor. He told them that she fooled around on him, which she firmly denies. He even messaged me to badmouth her. I didn't respond. He texts cordial messages about being supportive of her pregnancy, even if they are not going to be together initially. Then he texted her to not contact him anymore, but then sent a whole bunch of rants of negativity to her on all social medias. He shared texts from women who were interested in him. Oh my God, every time I scroll, I lose my spot. I'm sorry. He shares texts from women who were interested in him. He did anything to degrade her, but she finally was standing up for herself. Our later conversations were more about her and the baby's future. She recently started feeling her baby boy moving, which made her happy. She said her cat George, who typically is in a lap cap, started to sit on her lap near her belly. She talked about names that she liked Aiden, but she was not 100% sure if that was going to be his name. The last time I messaged her, um, wh- the last time I messaged and talked to her was 24 hours before her murder. She was worried about a biopsy that she just had done and was so relieved that it was benign. She was tired and said that she wanted to rest and cut our conversation short. I told her I loved her as I did every time I got off the phone with her during all the recent drama. And then December 11th happened. I lost my beautiful friend to an ugly crime. I'm proud of her that she didn't just let him in her house that day, that she kept her door locked, even though it wasn't enough barrier to keep him away and her safe. I'm happy that she is in heaven now with her baby boy and their souls will be together forever. I'm glad that he ended his life because if he was still alive, my anger would be inconsolable. I'm sad for his daughters in the life that they now have to live without their mother, who had battled him for years for their safety. The party message I want to share is that pregnant women are a highly abused population. And if someone can hurt you a little, who's to say that they can't take it to the worst extreme, death? And as helpless as you may feel, the victim of abuse has to be strong enough to stand up for themselves and love themselves more than they love their abuser. God bless and stay safe, all. So that is what she had to say. And like I said, if you guys know anything about domestic violence, there were certain words, certain instances that she pointed out that you would only know if you have been close to someone that has been in this situation or if you have been a victim. So when I was reading this post, I still get chills because someone that I love so dearly, it took a very, very long time for her to get this person away from her. And it wasn't until he went to jail that, she was finally safe. But it was already too late because essentially the damage was done. They already had children together. He had already violated her in so many different ways. So when I read this post from the friend, everything just stood out. The things that she said, how they're always charming. They are always charming, especially when they want to win your friends over. So they're either very, very quiet because they don't want to get caught. So they never really talk to your friends or loved ones, or they're always overly charming. So it's always they say the right things, and it's like no one's that perfect. No one's ever that perfect. So, I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to share this with you guys because she made the post public. and she shared a whole bunch of pictures. The only reason why I'm not showing the pictures is because it has children in it and everything, and I've already basically plastered this disgusting man all over my platform. I don't want to share innocent children alongside a monster like that. So that's the only reason why I won't share the pictures. Let me get into these comments. Breaking the Culture said, sad part is police usually don't act until they are dead. Exactly. Exactly. This is becoming all too common. Like it's always too late. She also said, I've been stalked and PD wouldn't help at all. Told me unless they hurt me, they can't help. Shake my head. It's so sad. And, what really, really hurt me was, we knew that she was pregnant. We didn't know how far along she was. We did not know what she was having. It was so heartbreaking to know that, she was having a baby boy. She was maybe going to name him Aiden. And as a mom, that just broke my heart, especially, she was 41 years old. So, women, we always talk about our timeline or our biological clock, how soon or how late we can have children. She didn't want to get an AB because she didn't know how much longer she was going to be able to bear children. So this was her one chance at being a mom. And her friend also pointed out that she was so loving to other children, such as her daughter. So it's really, 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 really heartbreaking. We talked about in other videos and oh my God, I can't even say the damn word. Yeah, my stomach still hurts. Like it's been hurting since I read it. But specifically, in the last video, we talked about how he wasn't in the wrong because the women pushed him too far. But if you guys listen to that, I had said in that live, but what about the girlfriend? What did the girlfriend do? Because everyone keeps covering up this heinous crime with the idea that the ex-wife was the one just pushing him over the edge, when in reality, is that true? Was she telling the truth? Like, yeah, we know that he did say himself that he was in a long custody battle. And I proved that this was a long custody battle. But after hearing what the friend had to say, and the friend lives nowhere near them, the friend also pointed out that her friend loved this monster. So how does she know so many bad things about him? It's nothing but the truth. I'm sorry, it's nothing but the truth, and I only believe it because I have seen my someone I love be a victim of domestic violence, and it's like literally, it's always the same patterns. It's always. So I know that she's telling the truth. So he is the problem. He is the monster. And when she said that she was on the phone and she could hear the man yelling at her friend and threatening her. But then when the police came, how he was able to correct himself and be so calm, just like Heckle and Jai, like a whole different person, but yet still be evil in the eyes. Like that, if that ain't the truth, baby, that like literally, it's word for word. That is true. That is true. So I don't believe that this man was pushed too far. I really don't. I feel like he was a monster, and this is going to be my hopefully my final video on it, unless we, hear from the ex-wife's family and it's something of importance. But I really wanted to talk about this status and really bring light to just how real domestic violence is. This couple was not together for long at all. It was a little over a year. A little over a year. She did everything she could to get away from this man, and he kicked down her door. And SHOT in the head. In her head. It's sick. It's so sick. So I'm gonna go ahead. Look, y'all, I'm gonna drop the link. You guys can call in, say how you guys feel. Um, please, I don't want y'all to call in. I don't care if y'all the friend of the friend of the friend. I don't want to hear from Poo Poo, Tuki, and Lulu. I don't. But you guys are more than welcome to call in. Like I said, I'm not going to make this a long live, so I'm only going to be on here for a few more minutes. But I want to hear from you guys and see how you guys feel after hearing this status and what the woman had to say. Did your thought process on the whole entire thing change? Do you still defend him? Do you guys feel like he's still just a victim himself? How do you guys feel? Because my whole thought process changed. I was really trying to be in the middle and see how he could have been pushed too far because he lost his job and he was in a long custody battle. But the DV charges and the cases always stood out to me from the moment that I saw those. It just resonated. I'm like, you don't just get these charges for no reason like this. You just don't. Um, so, that was already playing in the back of my mind, but then I kept thinking like, okay, well maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it's true. They were just both toxic to each other. No, 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 no. Breaking the culture of silence. Yes, people are definitely defending him. I have for the whole time that I've been covering this since Sunday, I have gotten some very nasty comments. People have even thought I was defending him when I wasn't. I was just trying to present the information to everyone so we can have an idea about, what he was referring to in his live. But yeah, people are definitely defending him. There was on my live that I'm gonna put back up, there was one woman who called in and she just basically was like, I would KILL for my children. People need to stop treating people any kind of way, and especially men. And people have definitely defended him. But after this status, there's no way that you can be conscious enough, be wise enough, be blessed to even still be here and defend something like that. Like, no. This lady wanted out to the point where she was moving. Moving. He put a camera in her smoke detector over her bed or in her room. Just really, really sad. Really, really sad. So I did go ahead and pin the link, you guys. Just let me know if you guys want to call in. Hey, Petunia. Yes, guys, it is very, very sad. It is very, very sad. And like we already discovered, he comes from a wealthy background. He really had no excuse to be the way that he was, but monsters don't need an excuse, and he is just who he is. But the fact that he unalived himself, you guys can tell he took the cowardly way out because he couldn't do what he did and face the consequences of his actions. So he had to take the cowardly way out and take his own life as well. I'm not sure if she had a TPO. Like I said, when I only ran his name and his wife's name, his ex-wife's name. I never ran her name, and I I I was just real still new to it. So I don't know what all that she had. I just know for a fact that the wife was still trying to ask for protection, and she actually did tell the courts that he had a lot of weapons on him, like in his possession, and he wasn't supposed to have them. And then the alleged friend that called into my live said that allegedly he is someone that always um has these firearms. Like he's kind of like, he uses it as, his little his coat, his cape or whatever you want to call it. So I meant to have that up while I was reading this. Girl, yes, I really hate having to say things like that or spelling things out. But you guys, I've been on here for 31 minutes. I already pinned the link. No one is calling in. I don't want to get sidetracked on what the message of this live was. So I'm going to end it here, you guys. Like I said, this was very, very hard to cover and read to you guys because it is sad. I don't want to be disrespectful to the families, the friends, the loved ones of these two women that, this world lost. So just remember to please, 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 please be nice to each other, be kind to each other, just love one another. Even if you don't necessarily like a person, separate yourself from them, but keep love in the forefront, your version of love. So I will check y'all out in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And also don't forget to join my membership. Peace, you guys.